Your pal Hal with you, and it is 11:02 right here on Backchannel, and it is 2:02 on the East Coast. Great to see everybody, and thank you for joining us. We'll be here till 1 p.m. on the West Coast. We'll be here till 4 p.m. on the East Coast. And we're going to be having some goofs. We're going to have a few laughs. We're going to talk about news. And you know what? Yeah, we might just have a little bit of fun along the way. Thanks for joining us. I would love for you to participate in this show. Join us. We'll give you shout outs. We'll include you in the conversation. I would love to communicate with you. And you can communicate with me. You can join the conversation. You are part of the show. And you can do that by getting your smart device's attention. And I'm not going to say the name of your device. I'm not going to summon your device because that could summon a demon. That could turn on the power in your house, turn off the power in your house. That could, I don't know. Does your device hold the nuclear codes? I don't know if your device holds the nuclear codes, but I'm not going to chance it. But you get your smart device's attention in order to talk to us. Then use the magic word, say. And once you use the magic word, say, you can communicate anything you want. So you can use the magic word, get your smart device's attention, use the magic word, say, Hal, I like the blue and green color combo you're wearing. Oh, thank you very much. Or say, Hal, what'd you have for breakfast? Say, I'm at home in my sweatpants doing absolutely nothing. Whatever you want. And if you're doing nothing, I love it. If you're working from home, I love it. Just come along for the ride. And you can also participate in the good times over here by going to backchannel.tv. If you're watching at home, if you want to type in your responses, if you want to talk to me that way, I would love to have you participating right here in the good times. Let us know what you're up to. Oh, always want to know what you're snacking on. We are a very snack forward, snack friendly show. Are you snacking on some popcorn? Do you still have some Thanksgiving leftovers? TikTok, by the way, it's Wednesday. It's almost a week ago. Yeah, you don't want the leftovers to overstay their welcome because that might make for a bad tum-tum. Donald joined the stream. Donald, welcome to the party. Donald, did you enjoy some Thanksgiving leftovers? Do you still have them in the fridge? I think the pie probably will keep the longest. Pie, especially if it's like a pecan with a lot of sugar and a lot of preservatives. Oh, I love me some preservatives. So let us know what you're up to. What are you doing? What are you snacking on? What's going on with your day? And helping us guide our way through the dark tunnels of streaming is our friend and super producer, Travis. Travis Reeves, what's going on with you?
Hello. Not much.
So let me ask you, good to see you. Good to see you. Yep, just doing a back channel show, just producing,
just producing.
yeah, just working the levers, pushing the buttons,
ones and twos.
Holding it down. Hell yeah. So Travis, let me ask you, how long can you keep Thanksgiving leftovers in the refrigerator? Because I was just thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, that turkey, it might start to get a little too gamey.
Yeah,
The stuffing might be oafed. The mashed potatoes that might be getting a little soggy. What do you think?
Yeah,
is it time to trash them?
Once you get past the week mark. So I think after, if you open your fridge on Thursday and you're still looking at stuffing, turkey, potatoes,
yes,
and you're looking at them and they're looking at you, throw it out. It's done. It's done. Now, there's people I live with.
Let me stop you right there real quick.
Okay.
If they are looking at you, that means they've grown eyes.
And
And
yes,
they've gone from delicious leftover to science experiment. If
right.
you've got the science experiment happening in the fridge, it's not only time to throw away the Thanksgiving leftovers, it's time for a little self reflection. What am I doing? If you've got the science experiments in the fridge, it's time for a little what am I doing with my life?
New
Talk
segment.
to yourself in the mirror, like the long, deep stare into the mirror, like, ugh,
And then you
what
bring the
have I
food up
become?
and you let the food have the long, deep stare.
Yes, because it's grown eyes
It's
and it
grown
is
eyes.
capable of staring. But you were saying before I rudely interrupted you
Oh,
with
no, no, no.
nonsense.
No, 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 no. That's important. We got to explore all possibilities.
And we got to explore nonsense.
We got to
Listen,
explore
it's
nonsense.
not going to be a Your Pal Hal show without plenty of nonsense.
No. There are those among us, and I think a few people I live with that would say, it's good, whatever. You can make it in soup. Put it in soup. Nothing can hurt you if it's in soup. But at that
Well,
point,
if you boil it, does it kill whatever is does it kill whatever would give you the heebie-jeebies or whatever would give you bacterial? By the way, do not take any your pal Hal, myself, or producer Travis. Do not take our advice as the beat all end all. This is not. We are not licensed clinicians, nutritionists. This is just like we're just eyeballing it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Please don't take our health advice.
Yes. That being
Um,
said, give them some health advice about food,
yes. That being said,
storage, and preparation. Yeah.
I think a week later you got to take the L. Because at
Yeah.
that point, even if you eat it, like it's not good.
Yeah. It's like day two, good. Day three, solid. Day four, okay. Now we're getting into some
Pretty,
interesting waters.
yeah.
So, interesting. What do you still have left in the fridge there, Travis?
Oh God, there's so much turkey. There's most of a bird, I'm pretty sure, and
Wow.
I haven't been doing my part, and I feel
As far
bad.
as eating it,
Yeah,
it,
I just had too much
yeah,
other stuff. Thanksgiving snuck up on me that I had groceries by the time we got to Thanksgiving, so I wasn't
right.
really helping out with the turkey. But at this point, I just don't want to. So, like I said, I'm taking the L.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. You know, yeah, Travis. I think it's time to set that bird free. I think it's time to set it into the wild, and by the wild, I mean the trash.
How about you?
Trash bird. They're all gone. All of our leftovers are gone. And you know
Nice.
what? I'm a noted wife guy. Let me put on my wedding ring as I say that. Take it off for comfort. I don't sleep in my wedding ring. It's a, but I put on my wedding ring because I am a wife guy, and my wife. I always feel like Borat when I say that. Of course,
Of course.
my wife throws away. She executes with extreme prejudice when it comes to throwing away leftovers, when it comes to like stuff like nearing the expiration date. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, oh, boom. Like she is on it. She's an expiration date ninja.
Yeah.
And she will. So, like, she threw away the leftovers Monday. I think today's Wednesday. Today is when, by the way, happy December, everybody. Let's make it a December to remember
Sales event.
as yes, a December to remember sales event. And happy Hanukkah, everyone. It is the third day of Hanukkah. And by the way, I also want to wish a happy Toyotathon,
Ooh.
Merry Honda Days, Happy Honda Days, uh, a or Lex Tent event. Is that a thing? All car related holidays that, listen, if you're an Autobot or a Decepticon out there, you might very well, that might be your religious holiday. I don't want to get the ire. I don't want to invoke the ire of an
Mm-hmm.
Autobot or a Decepticon.
Lord no, especially around the holiday season.
No. But yeah, So yeah, my wife threw away uh, everything on Monday, including the pie.
Ooh.
There was we did have we did have like a third of a pumpkin pie left, and I yeah, but you know, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Listen, I defer to her. I defer to her. Listen, here's a word of advice. Just say yes, dear. Say that works for me. All of the cliches and the tropes about uh, listening to your wife and let you know give her her domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, uh, I'm not I'm not going to die on that hill. I got to pick and choose my battles here, and her throwing. But every once in a while, though, Travis, I will go into the refrigerator and I'll be like, "Oh, I saved those French fries from the day before yesterday,
Ooh.
and I want to drop them in the air fryer, crisp them
Oh.
up, then dip them in ketchup. They'll be good as new, more or less. Air fryer, miracle product, by the way. You have an
Mm-hmm.
air fryer, Travis?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Hell yeah. Sound off in the comments if you love your air fryer. I'm definitely an air fryer convert. But so like, I want to jazz up some fries in the air fryer and they're gone. And I'll be like, "Wow." I'll be like the kid who dropped his ice cream cone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a pretty desperate moment. There's one roommate that also goes to the fridge with extreme prejudice, and
Mhm.
sometimes I think it does more good than harm, though, because it's easy to let stuff become like wallpaper, and you just are used to it being there. And then you're like,
True.
when was this? When is this? And you look at the date and you go, hey.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, Chinese food box, you're the one constant in my life." And then you open it up and it's like like Cthulhu is in there.
Yeah,
Like there's a tentacle monster. Uh, and I shouldn't say this, but my mom, I went back east to help my mom with some stuff over the course of the pandemic. Been
yeah.
back a couple of times. Love my mom. She's the best. And but she had her her refrigerator was like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory.
Oh no.
There were broths, there were unidentified meats floating in liquid, there were gelatins, and I was like, "Mom, no, no, no." And we we have a great relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was very frank with
Mm-hmm.
her, and I'm like, "Mom, like let's let's have like a one science experiment rule, okay?" Like one jar. So she'll like wash like a mace, like let's say a tomato sauce jar.
Mm-hmm.
Like she'll wash it and then put stuff in there, like a broth. And oh, mom's in the house, mom. Okay, so mom, let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you are seeing this go down in real time, back channel. Mom, how do you feel about the science experiment situation in the refrigerator? Waiting for my mom to chime in here. And listen, my mom's a great cook. When I was back, she made me some wonderful lasagna. But at a certain point, the lasagna has got to go put it in the trash so Garfield in the alley can get it. Oh, you know what? That breaks my heart. She says she likes to cook and no one is here to eat it. So she
Ooh.
does. She uh Mom, platter. You make that casserole, you wrap it up in saran wrap, tin foil, go down to the UPS store, put it in the mail, send it out to me. All right? Maybe we could do that. Overnight it. I'll send you the postage. But I do enjoy my mom's cooking. And mom, sorry to blow your cover here right here on live. on our live stream. And my mom is participating in the chat. I would love for anybody and everybody hanging out with us to join us. Again, get your device's attention. Use the magic word "say" once you've gotten the device's attention, and then say whatever you like. Say, "Oh, I let stuff sit way too long in my fridge," or talk to your device. Say, I throw stuff immediately away. I like it is if no leftovers. This is an anti-leftover zone. Or you can also talk to us by going to backchannel.tv and typing your thoughts in there. We would love to hear from you. And you know what else we would love to do? We would love to see what is trending in the Twitterverse. What's in the Twitter sphere? What is happening? What's going on in the world right now? Is it the Twitterverse? Is it the Twitter sphere? What do you prefer? Travis, do you have a preference there between Twitterverse and Twitter sphere?
I hear Twitter sphere more often. I'm a big fan of the timeline.
The timeline?
Yeah.
Yes. What's cracking on the timeline?
What's cracking on the timeline? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. All right. So, oh, all right. So, Spotify Wrapped. People are finally finding out who their top artists and songs were this year as Spotify releases listeners Wrapped 2021. Okay, and yeah, let's click on that. Let's uh, l- let's let's explore that hashtag Spotify Wrapped and see who is trending, who are your top listens. Travis, you're a big music head. Do you have any top listens this year? Did you get your Spotify Wrapped?
I got my Spotify Wrapped. I am
Yes.
about to look at my top songs.
All right. In real time, we
In
are
real
about to
time.
hear.
I wonder if
Okay.
I can actually do this on the desktop. That'd be something, somewhat of a reveal, even though nobody would know. Not to. Anyways, my top listens. They make like a whole cinematic masterpiece out of it. So it's
Yes.
somewhat of a scrolling through.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got here? Where we got? That's it. Okay, there it is.
What do you
So
got?
my top artist of this year, which makes absolute sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
was
I can only keep this drum roll up for so long. My tongue.
Genesis Owusu.
Oh, not Phil Collins Genesis.
Not Phil Collins Genesis. No, Genesis Owusu is
Because
an
that would have put me in a land of confusion, which is a Genesis song that you would be so down with Genesis. Oh, so tell us about this artist.
This artist had a debut record this year called "Smiling with No Teeth." He is from Australia. He is a Ghanaian, and this record, which looks like, let's see here, let's find that.
By the way, as you're searching, my mom said after 3 days, it's gone. I am dumping. Respect, mother. Respect.
Very, way to go, mom. You got it. Keep the fridge healthy, keep the body clean, or reverse.
All right, so Genesis Uso from Australia.
From Australia.
Oh, how would you describe his music?
His music comes from like an R&B centered place, but it really goes all over the place. We're talking about things that sound kind of like almost like the Talking Heads or Springsteen at some points. Really just wild, heavy production. To place it in a genre is a little rough. Honestly, I have trouble. One sec. As we take a look at Spotify Wrapped, there was a good blurb that Paste Magazine wrote on it that I can pull up here real quick
Cool.
because I am an
Who are your
evangelist
other
for this record.
good? And why don't you tell us who some of your other top artists were?
My other top artists were as follows: a band called Manchester Orchestra that I've been a big fan of
Okay.
for a long time.
Cool.
There was Noga Irez, that artist I was speaking about not too long ago that I saw
Yes.
recently at the El Rey, and that was a absolute blast. Um, I actually don't know how to pronounce this artist's name, but Yves Tumor, which is Yvestumor, another indie
Okay.
artist. And then my most favorite metal band of all time, a hardcore band from Buffalo, New York called Every Time I Die.
There you go.
Yeah.
Travis with nothing but deep cuts.
Yeah, it's a little I don't
No Drake or Olivia Rodrigo for Travis,
and here's the funny thing is in years past because I spent a lot of the last couple of years working in music school and in that
right?
most of my Spotify listens are from whatever kids want to learn and listen to.
Mm,
So this is the first year in a while I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is actually what I listen to. This isn't the White Stripes Seven Nation Army is my top song yet again."
sure, sure.
Yeah.
I hear you. Uh, Very cool. I'm just scrolling through this hashtag, Spotify Wrapped. Uh, uh, all right. Yeah, just random people's lists. Um,
It
yep.
seems it's just a fun kind of cultural moment and it's funny as much as I have my misgivings about what Spotify has done to and for the music industry. It is a cool thing, this whole Spotify Wrapped, and everybody gets to do show and tell and just talk about what they've been listening to, and everybody's is different.
Right on. Yeah, I as a more or less non-Spotify user, I feel left out. I'm not going to lie. I am having a little bit of FOMO. I am
I'm
having a little bit
sorry.
of the fear of missing out is real. Don't be sorry. It's just listen, I made my bed and now I'm lying in it. We're going to do a Twitter deep dive in just a little bit, but I'm going to read some of these tweets from actual Spotify account itself.
Hmm.
Special shout out to anyone with Bo Burnham as their top artist. Bo Burnham, his if you haven't seen Bo Burnham's Inside, which is available on Netflix, it is a really great comedy special that encapsulates, it just does a nice job of crystallizing what the experience of being quarantined in the pandemic is. So Bo
Hmm.
Burnham, and that special, Bo Burnham, if you're not familiar, he does musical comedy among other things and a lot of songs, and there were some bangers in there. I love the Bo Burnham song about a white woman's Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Very, very good stuff. The Jeff Bezos song, so good. Shout out to Bo Burnham. Another year as at the top for Bad Bunny, most streamed artist. Bad Bunny, not only very talented R&B and hip hop artist, but also a not a bad pro wrestler at times.
Really?
I know Bad Bunny has gotten in the ring a couple of times. Yep,
Huh.
yep. And what else? The top songs of 2021 global. Here are the top 10 songs of the year on Spotify Wrapped. All right, boom. Number 10, Beggin' by Maneskin. Number 9, Heat Waves by Glass Animals.
Good for them.
Number 8, Blinding Lights from The Weeknd. The Weeknd, I absolutely enjoyed him popping up in the uh, Adam Sandler film Uncut Gems, Safdie
Yeah.
Brothers, A24. Very good stuff. Number 7, Kiss Me More, featuring SZA from Doja Cat. Big fan of Doja Cat. I always enjoy when Doja Cat pops up on my TikTok. uh, number 6, Peaches, featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon from Justin Bieber. Number 5, here are the top 5 songs 2021 globally from Spotify, who just dropped the Spotify Wrap today. Levitating, featuring DaBaby, the disgraced DaBaby. DaBaby's going through some stuff from Dua Lipa. I like that Dua Lipa. Number 4, Good For You, Olivia Rodrigo, who we talked about. Number 3, Stay with Justin Bieber from Kid Laroi. Number 2, Montero, Call Me By Your Name from our friend Lil Nas X. And number 1, her second appearance on this top 10 list. Big year for this young woman.
Hmm.
Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. There you have it.
Right on.
The top 10 songs, Spotify, global, streaming. It's all happening.
Ugh.
Top 10, here are the top artists. So those are the top songs. We went through this when we were talking about Grammy nominations, the difference between all these categories. But this is not hard to understand.
Yeah.
Artists versus songs. Even I can comprehend that. Stacy is in the house. What's happening, Stacy? Also, what up to Tony? Tony, great to see you here. So here are the top artists of 2021. Juice World. Uh, Juice World is number 10. Number 9. Oh wow, so many songs up there, but only coming in at number 9, Olivia Rodrigo. Maybe because she doesn't have like the song, the discography or
Yeah. Just the
what
one
have you.
record.
Yeah, yeah. Number 8, Ariana Grande. Number 7, J Balvin. Number 6, The Weeknd. 5, The Biebs, Justin Bieber. Number 4, Drake. Number 3, K-pop sensation BTS. Number 2, Taylor Swift. Number 1, there he is, Bad Bunny. So those are the top artists, top streaming artists on
So here's a
Spotify.
question. Do you think at this point this
Yep.
is more important than the Grammys?
Mm. Interesting question. Well, I don't know about the Grammys because that there's something that has gravitas and weight to be an artist who is awarded by your peers in the music industry. But I'll tell you what
Right.
this is probably more important than Billboard charts,
That's a very yeah, absolutely.
because the Billboard, like, I'm not exactly even sure what is it, radio plays uh and album sales, but Spotify, this is like in on the front lines. This is the people that are listening
Yeah.
to your stuff. And this and and one more thing, Travis, Spotify is going to keep growing and growing. Streaming, accessing our music this way, is going to
Mhm.
keep growing and growing. All the other stuff, that's antiquated. It's going to be less and less. Like, we're driving less. We're listening to terrestrial radio, Hot 97, Kiss FM, K Rock, whatever, less and less and less. So, yeah, this is the future. This is what matters. All that other stuff. Like, I used to, when I was a kid, and you've probably done this as a music enthusiast, spent time flipping to the back of Rolling Stone to see what was going on those charts
Mhm.
that week.
Mhm.
But how much does that matter compared to the metadata right here?
Yeah. And I think this is as since it has such like a social media tinge to it, like you said, it's more relevant and it's more now than the Billboard charts. Yeah, I think that's a great take. Absolutely. I can't even
Uh,
fake disagree with that.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, and again, to your question, I think like the Grammy, just because like you get this gold thing,
Mhm.
and like the Grammys, it's like, oh, the Beatles and Prince and so many other, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, just so many more great artists have stood on that stage holding that trophy. There's something that's always going to be special about that.
Mhm.
So, in a different way. Let's see what else is happening. Please, oh, Stacy talking to us. Stacy listens to country music like George Strait and Reslin. Oh, and Stacy letting us know she just got done taking a bath. Great, glad. Always good time. I'm a shower guy personally. Travis, do you want to? Can I admit something to you?
Yeah.
We don't even have a bathtub.
We're
My
we're
wife
getting
and
rid
I.
of terrestrial radio and bathtubs left and right.
Yeah, we have two, like a couple of nice showers,
Mhm.
and in the house, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
No baths, no baths here. But I would love to take a nice bubble bath.
Yeah.
So shout out to Stacy taking a bath. Yeah, I like where Stacy's coming from here. Um, Nice. I like where Stacey's coming from here as far as like the old country. Loretta Lynn, George Strait, me, like, oh, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, uh, that like Patsy Cline, like I will go back and listen to those. That is beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that classic country that Stacy is sending our way. Yeah, Stacy likes that too. Very nice, very nice. And if you want to participate in the show, like our friend Stacy or my mom, please go ahead and get your device's attention. Use the magic word "say" and then drop anything in there. Say, I like modern country, like Florida Georgia Line, or say, I like two kinds of music, country and western. Or you can go to backchannel.tv and chat with us there. And let's see what else is trending in the Twitterverse. So we've got a big Supreme Court case happening right now. Let's take a look at that. This is more serious stuff. So the abortion laws in Mississippi are under debate, and the very existence of Roe v. Wade hangs in the balance here. And it's yeah, Roe v. Wade has been on the books for over 50 years, and uh, advocates for pro-choice advocates are worried that this could potentially spell the end of Roe v. Wade. And yeah, so a woman's right to choose is absolutely under attack. So, hello to Stacy's aunt. Shout out to you. Thank you for hanging out with us. And so let's go ahead and read what is happening with
A bit of
this.
breaking news here from the Washington
Yes,
Post. This is not
gotcha.
actual news, but this is sort of an update. My more complete report here: Supreme Court seems inclined to uphold abortion law that would undermine Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. So, not not great for
Yeah,
abortion rights at the moment.
yeah. And like, yeah, here's the thing. No one like goes about their day like every day being like, oh, abortion is a great thing. I want to get an abortion. But the thing is, you need to have safe health care available to women. Otherwise, they will take unsafe measures to get that. It's kind of a frightening situation, and it is regressive. It seems like what the Supreme Court is potentially doing right now. But that's what happened when they packed the Supreme Court with people like Amy Coney Barrett. Justice Clarence Thomas asked if there was a constitutional right to abortion, saying it's not spelled out the way the Second Amendment is. If I were to ask you what constitutional right protects the right to abortion, is it privacy? Is it autonomy? What would it be? It's liberty, Your Honor, Julie Reichelman, the litigation director at the Center for Reproductive Rights, replied. So, yeah, it's a tough situation. And yeah, I hope we can retain safe healthcare for women. And it's more than just abortion. It's women's health issues. And hopefully we can see this the law of the land upheld. Yep, Stacy said it's a personal choice. Yeah, right there with you, Stacy. So yeah, a tough crossroads here. And yeah, it's unfortunate that something that has been law for 50 years can potentially be in danger here. And yeah, it seems like we might be going back to a more dangerous and regressive, reductive time, unfortunately. So, but to be determined. To be determined. Let's see what else is trending here. Oh, in good news, I earlier I saw, Travis, I say it again and again here on the Your Pal Hal show. We love. And Tom Holland and Zendaya made their red carpet debut together, I guess, as a couple. If you there we go. Zendaya and Tom Holland. There. Oh, look at that. Spider-Man and she's not. Oh, is she Gwen Stacy? Who does Zendaya play in Spider? I gotta look that up.
She plays
Oh,
Mary Jane. She's MJ, as she's referred
oh,
to
is she?
as.
Oh, she is Mary Jane. Okay,
Mhm.
so MJ and Spider-Man, Zendaya and Tom Holland. Uh, just cute as a button. We celebrating uh, fashion icon Zendaya and Tom Holland. Is Tom Holland your favorite Spider-Man? It's not mine, but he's a good Spider-Man. He's a good Spider-Man. I'm a Tobey Maguire guy. I'm just a sucker for the old movies, even though they are a little bit corny. Uh, they have aged to be a little bit corny. Uh, there we go. We interrupt your Tuesday afternoon to bring you Zendaya and Tom Holland's red carpet debut as Hollywood's new favorite couple. Are they Hollywood's new favorite couple? Maybe. I mean, uh, any other contenders?
I don't
Pete
know.
David, Pete Davidson, and Kim Kardashian? No, that's just Hollywood's new weird favorite couple. Just weird favorite. Uh, yeah, Hollywood's favorite couple. So many of my favorite couples from the past have fallen by the wayside. I like Benifer. I love playing the classics. So
Are we talking about Benefer 1 or Benefer 2? Or just the
oh,
whole nine?
just everything that is Benifer. Yeah. Oh, because like if we were going back to Benifer one,
Mm-hmm.
then we could. Oh, then you talk about like. Then everything's on the table. If I'm going to talk about Benifer one, I could talk about Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. As far
Right.
as Hollywood's favorite couples.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, congrats uh, to these two crazy kids for making it red carpet official.
I like this because it feels almost like when two leads in a community theater production start dating just on an impossibly global scale.
I see that. I see that. Yeah. I was there in college in a college production, uh, like yeah, dating someone I was in a show with, and I know the feeling, and yeah, boom. But here it is, uh, Spider-Man and MJ, an item on screen and off. There, there you go. And it's nice to see that he doesn't have too much of a Napoleon complex. Doesn't mind that she is taller than he is. So that's nice to see. That's nice to see as well. Uh, let's see what else. Any other trending topics here, Travis, that caught your eye? Anything at all? Let's see. Did I make any other notes? Uh, it's just to recognize it. Uh, it is World AIDS Day. It is World AIDS Day, commemorating just the fight against this terrible illness. And we remember those who we lost on this day, and uh, just keep the fight against this scourge at the front of mind. And there was a really excellent dramatization of the impact of AIDS in the gay community and in the world when it became when it at its onset, that uh, was on HBO Max last year, and it's called "It's a Sin." If you have the chance and the inclination, because it is not light viewing, it's dark, it's heavy, but it also has. It's also tinged with hope. There's also a lot of beauty in the storytelling, and it's a really well told uh, limited series from HBO Max. It's a Sin talks about when AIDS first uh, became known, when AIDS was first essentially discovered as a disease, and its impact on these young people who were just trying to live their lives. And it talks about the struggle, the highs and lows, and the hopes and the darkness that this disease brought. So on World AIDS Day, just to commemorate it, this was, I thought this was a beautiful, well done docuseries, and remembering those people who've been lost to this terrible disease on World AIDS Day. Sorry to bring the room down, everybody. Let's see. Is there anything else that we want to hit here? A lot of, yeah, just a lot of heavy news. There was another shooting in Michigan that was pretty terrible. What else? On trending topics here on Twitter. Yep, you got the Omicron variant. Yep, got to watch out the variants. The variants are coming. Okay, so top 1%. Top 1% here. So top 1% is trending. Pardon me while I get a little cooler here. Take off my hoodie. And so there's an article here about how the top 1% in the world captured over a third of wealth growth. World Inequality Report. I don't know if you're looking at this. There we go. So I clicked on this article. Global billionaire wealth in 2021 represents 3.5% of the world's household wealth, with share of the global top 0.01%, up from 7% of global wealth in 1995 to 11% this year. That's a lot of numbers. I got kind of got lost in those numbers for a second. Findings of the latest World Inequality Report 2022 showed since the mid 90s, the richest 1% captured 38% of wealth growth at the global level, it stated. Co-authored by economist Thomas Piketty, the report suggested developing new forms of wealth taxation on millionaires, including a progressive rate of wealth tax and tax rates according to the value of total amount of wealth owned. Yeah, I mean, age old thing. A few years ago, we had, Occupy Wall Street, and the wealth inequality is just a huge issue. And it seems like every time we start to get a little momentum on this, you get someone in office, or you get one party or the other being like, oh, but don't forget about these poor billionaires. And yeah, it's it's crazy. I'm not, I don't know if there necessarily shouldn't be billionaires, but oh yeah, Scrooge McDuck. There you go. Just diving into that money pit, into his coin vault, and swimming around in it. And especially around the holidays, Scrooge McDuck, Ebenezer Scrooge. Uh, let's. I think we need somehow to. I don't know if it's Andrew Yang with his freedom dividend, or what, but yeah, it's kind of crazy, the imbalance in global wealth. It's just insane. Not just an American problem, but a world issue. So those are some of the trending topics. Travis, anything else catch your eye, or what do you think?
Not that I can see. There's some
All
anime
right.
news, but nobody's here for that. But
You know what? Let's jump into a. You know what? I was going to say let's make it lighter, but let's jump into this. This might make it darker, but we're going to do a Twitter deep dive. And you know what? It was bound to happen sometime. We're going to check Twitter account that belongs to none other than OJ Simpson.
oh
Travis,
boy, here we go.
uh, co- convicted, convicted uh, burglar, uh, and loser of a civil suit in regards to murder. And listen, he did it. He did it. But he's out and about, and not only that, he's tweeting. So, Travis, what do you think?
Think we got it.
Former Hertz Rent-A-Car spokesman, was it Hertz or Avis? I don't know.
What's interesting is I had trouble finding. I had a bit of issue tracking down the Twitter account, largely because OJ Simpson is not verified on Twitter. They won't do it.
Yep, not verified. Uh, Damn. Uh, good for you, Twitter. Good for you, Twitter. That's one thing I have on OJ Simpson. That's two things I have on OJ Simpson. One, I'm not a murderer. Two, I am verified. OJ is not. OJ, even though he is a convicted murderer who is, he is a murderer who lost in a civil suit, and looks like he did it. Uh, Still killing it on poor choice of words on Twitter, doing very well. 897,000 followers. Okay. Hello, Twitter world. It's yours truly. If you don't see it here, I didn't say it. Okay. There you go. Let's see. What is uh I'm gonna look at some of OJ's tweets here. Monday morning wrap up. Okay. I don't know. Is he giving football thoughts? Oh, I don't know if you saw this. He was at a Buffalo Bills game um, a few weeks ago. That was kind of crazy. So a lot of little live streams or like little videos from OJ. I don't think we need to watch any of those. Let's see. Does OJ like actually tweet anything besides videos of himself? Okay, okay. Yeah, it's all videos. It's all little. OJ just wants to talk to the folks. Oh, there he is at the Bills game. Football Sunday in Buffalo. Uh, he's in a special box. That's, you know what? Maybe not a good look, Buffalo Bills. I, if Aaron Hernandez was still alive, I don't think the New England Patriots would be bringing him back if he was out and about. Just a thought. Might say, OJ, please watch from home on the NFL. Get the Sunday NFL ticket package. Travis,
I'm just saying, yeah. All we have here is basically what looked like just
I
live
lost you
logs,
for a
or
second.
all we got here are just what looked like cameos but nobody paid for them. He's just uploading football takes to Twitter. That's all. That's all it is.
Yes, that is it. OJ with, yeah, his Monday morning wrap up. Not tweeting. Uh, not tweeting a really anything here besides little videos, little cameos that no one paid for. And well, I guess I was going to say no one wants, but there are close to 900,000 people following him. So somebody wants to hear from OJ. Uh, just giving his opinion on lots of football opinions. Lots of football opinions. But we talk a lot about streaming and shows to watch. If you haven't watched the two OJ series, the Ryan Murphy series, People versus OJ Simpson, and the uh, and then the ESPN OJ documentary series, both of them are very well done. Like the People versus OJ Simpson, uh, yeah, the People versus OJ Simpson, American Crime Story, so good. The all of the performances are great. John Travolta is excellent, uh, and Judith Light and Cuba Gooding Jr. is very good, and uh, oh, the Marsha, what was it, Marsha Hart or Christopher Darden? Um, yeah, everyone who played the lawyers. Oh, Johnny Cochran. Yeah, so well done. Great performances throughout. Absolutely worth checking out. And then, what was the name of the docu series from ESPN? Would you mind finding that one, Travis? Because this docu series. So you may think like, all right, like I've heard everything there is to hear about the OJ verdict and the OJ trial. It's uh, it's such old news, but the the docu series OJ Made in America. There it is. This docu series from ESPN was extremely well done, and not only does it tell such a complete story about what happened with OJ and the trial, and give you all of the evidence and the information surrounding the trial, but it gives a ton of context about race in America, about OJ before he came to the NFL, and OJ's life and everything leading up to these fateful moments in this horrific crime where two people were murdered. So, OJ Made in America, if you haven't watched it, damn good. Like ESPN films, just as far as docu-series, OJ Made in America and the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls film Last Dance, so great. Last Dance, that got me through like 2 months of the pandemic because I don't know if y'all remember this time when there was no sports. It was dark. Yeah, it was a weird time, and the 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 Last Dance, like having the sports documentary series about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It was fantastic. So uh, that was a look at OJ's Twitter. Disappointing that he's not didn't have any interesting one-liners, but the uh, if you want to hear OJ's thoughts and see little videos of OJ without having to pay the cameo prices, it's there for you. It is 11:55 here on the West Coast. I want to thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to be going till 1 o'clock p.m. here on the West Coast, 2:55 on the East Coast. We'll be going till 4 o'clock. We are here Monday through Friday, and participate in the show. Talk to us. Get your device's attention. Use the magic word "say," and then you can put anything in there. Say, I don't want to think about OJ ever again. And I wouldn't blame you. Or say, Hal, I'm hanging out and I am eating peanut butter out of the jar. Or you can go to backchannel.tv and talk with us there. And let's see. Oh, now it's time for reviews and recommendations, streaming reviews and recommendations. And you know what? If since this is December 1st, we are like, you might have said, okay, before Thanksgiving, it's not time for the holidays. Maybe on Thanksgiving, okay, most people say it's time for the holidays. It's December now. You have no excuse. We are in the thick of it. We are in the run up to the holiday. It's Hanukkah. Okay? Happy Hanukkah everybody. I hope you're lighting those candles. It's put on your yarmulke. It's time for Hanukkah, to quote Adam Sandler. So, because it is the holidays, we're going to talk Christmas movies. And you know what? Rotten Tomatoes has a list of the best Christmas movies of all time. And I don't know how they compiled this list. Let's take a look. And uh, I am going to, this is a long list. They have 65 movies here. So we're going to start in on this list. And then down the road, maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll see what's up on this list. And as we're working out, as we're working our way up to Christmas. But there it is, the best Christmas movies of all time, according to Rotten Tomatoes. And let us know. You can, as we're going through this, let us know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you feeling it? Or are you like, not so fast? So let's take a look at what it says here about this list. From Home Alone and Elf to classics like Miracle on 34th Street, we've made our list of great holiday films and checked it at least twice. Now, to all you nice boys and girls out there, I hope you've been nice and not naughty, we present the best Christmas movies ever. Christmas has come to represent different things to different people over the years, and movies here reflect that in kind. If you're traditional and feeling nostalgic, you'll be pleased to see where It's a Wonderful Life and Holiday Inn made it. It's the movie, not the actual motel. And in our top list of holiday films, if this time of year reminds you of sitting around the TV eagerly awaiting those annual specials, look out for Charlie Brown Christmas and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's horror, Black Christmas, comedy, Trading Places. Oh, that's a great one. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Horror and comedy, Gremlins. And even a superhero covered in tinsel somewhere, Batman Returns. Yes, absolutely a Christmas movie. For those with an independent streak to celebrate, check out Tangerine and Carol. Okay, Tangerine, a wonderful film shot entirely on an iPhone. Netflix has made great strides in the Kris Kringle quadrant with the Christmas Chronicles and Claus. And if Christmas means traveling somewhere, you don't want to be stuck in a building with people you don't like, have we got the ultimate movie for you? Die Hard. Ho, ho, ho. Now we have a complete list of Christmas movies. Wondering how we put this movie list together? Yes. Every movie on the list is fresh and plays around with the spirit of Christmas and the holidays as a central theme. Then we sorted them by all our ranked formula, which factors in the movie's release, year, its number of reviews, to make the ultimate list of holiday films that melted even the most cynical critics' hearts. One movie you won't see on this list, the rotten rated Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. On their podcast, they discuss whether they were wrong about that. Okay, so no Lost in New York. So sorry, Donald Trump, you didn't make the list. And now you're ready to enter a wonderland of cinematic history with the best Christmas movies ever. Stacy, yeah, Stacy mentioned this the other day. The animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas, absolute classic. Love that one. Okay, so here we go. Number 65 on the list, a movie that I have never heard of. So we're coming in. We're coming in. It's kind of a dark horse right out of the gate. Critics so it's but 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics consensus, no consensus yet. Here's the synopsis for Remember the Night, 1940. So we're going way back. Moved to pity by the Christmas season, New York District Attorney John Sargent, aka Fred McMurray, let's pretty shoplifter, not petty, pretty shoplifter, Barbara Stanwyck out on bail and offers her a ride home to Indiana. Okay. Things are getting things went from zero to serious real quick. Along the way, they have a run-in with a Pennsylvania sheriff. They meet each other's parents, and eventually fall in love. That's sweet. John's mother, however, disapproves and warns Lee to stay away lest she damage John's career. Not wanting to cause trouble, Lee resolves to leave the man she loves. There you go. 1940s Remember the Night is number 65 on this Rotten Tomatoes list of all-time Christmas movies. Number 64, it is the 1994 remake of Miracle on 34th Street. So I'm sure the OG has got to be higher. But this 1994 remake is coming in at a cool 60%. No critics' consensus there. All right. And here is the synopsis of this film. If you don't know the story, you should know the story of Miracle on 34th Street already. 6-year-old Susan Walker, Mara Wilson, is skeptical of the Christmas myth surrounding Santa Claus. Oh yeah, so 6, that's a little early to quit believing in Santa Claus. What happened to this kid's sense of wonder? Growing up a little too soon? Oh, it's because the mom, I remember this, the mom, Elizabeth Perkins, who you might also remember from Big. The mom was a little I guess a little too practical, a little too pragmatic, type A, and she's like, all right, pull yourself together. Yeah, no such thing as Santa. So she's skeptical of Christmas myths surrounding Santa Claus, a trait she perhaps learned from her mother. Yes. Uh, when tasked with hiring the Santa who will pose at the kids at Macy's, uh, Dory, the mom, enlists a man with a curious name of Kris Kringle, Richard Attenborough, who you might remember from Jurassic Park. I also, by the way, I'm going to admit something to you right now. I have confused Sir Richard Attenborough with David Attenborough, the nature documentarian. Yes, easily confused. Continuing, Attenborough, who claims to be Santa himself, his assertions are met with scoffs and threats of institutionalization, but a young lawyer, along with Susan and Dory, comes to his defense. There it is. Produced by John Hughes, the great John Hughes, who has created many of our favorite 80s and 90s films. Number 63, The Preacher's Wife. You got Denzel, Whitney Houston, Courtney Vance, who we were just talking about, The People versus O.J. Simpson. Courtney Vance played Johnny Cochran and was wonderful in that role. So The Preacher's Wife, 1996, critics consensus, here it is. With solid performances and a steady directorial hand, help The Preacher's Wife offer some reliably heartwarming, albeit fairly predictable holiday cheer. Okay, so the synopsis of this film, if you're interested, coming in at number 63 on the Rotten Tomatoes list. A cleric. Now, it's called The Preacher's Wife. Shouldn't we just say a preacher? A cleric, like, I always associate, I don't know about you, I associate a cleric with like Dungeons and Dragons. Like like an eighth de like an I'm an eighth degree cleric with healing powers and hit points. Uh uh yeah, a cleric? My mom says she loved the original Miracle on 34th Street. Very cool. In the animated How Grinch Stole Christmas, they sing a song to you. That's very nice, Stacy. Listen, I love that one. That's a classic, and I like the classic. I like the classic Miracle on 34th Street. So anyway, a cleric. I completely disagree with the use of that word because it's only it's a D&D character, but I guess by the definition it fits, possibly. Begins to doubt himself and is visited by an angel. The heavenly emissary is supposed to help the good reverend over his midlife crisis, but he's distracted by the cleric's lovely young wife. Oh my goodness. A remake with gospel music of The Bishop's Wife. Okay. Well, I mean, they, a heaven, like an angel distracted by the preacher's wife. Like, shouldn't the angel be keeping his eyes on the prize? I don't know. That seems like if I was God and I'm like this angel came down and had the hots for somebody's wife, I'd be like, bruh, angel privileges revoked for real. Uh, Number 62, Dolly Parton's Dolly's back. The 2020 film, okay, just came out last year, but it's already made the top 65. Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square. Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square isn't quite up to its star's standards, but its overwhelming good cheer and campy self awareness may just be what viewers are looking for. A woman who plans to sell a small town without regard for the people. Sell a small town. How do you sell a small town? That's all right, but sure. Listen, that's the premise. Um, who live there receives a visit from an angel, and I guess Dolly is the angel. And there you go. Dolly making the list. A couple more. Okay, the Christmas Chronicles 2 uh, and the Christmas Chronicles back to back. Okay, so 2018. This just seems a little lazy. Just like, put them both together. Just slap them. So 61 and 60 are the Christmas Chronicles 2 and the Christmas Chronicles with uh, the great Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn's in the second one. Mrs. Kurt Russell, so to speak. While it's missing some of the magic of the original, it says about the second one, the Christmas Chronicles 2 serves up a sweet second helping of holiday cheer that makes the most of its marvelously matched leads. There you go. And the synopsis for this little Christmas ditty is teenager Kate Pierce is reunited with Santa Claus when a troublemaker threatens to cancel Christmas forever. So I guess sounds like you gotta see the first one to be able to get the second one if like they're re-teamed up. So I'd be lost if I didn't see it and didn't see the first one. And the first one is number 60 on the list. Viewers seeking a fresh holiday viewing option or those simply in the mood for Santa Kurt Russell, that's not a bad sell. Like Kurt Russell has had so many iconic roles. Personally, I prefer John Carpenter Kurt Russell. When they teamed up on some iconic films, The Thing, Escape from New York, um, Big Trouble in Little China. But the Christmas Chronicles, the synopsis is siblings Kate and Teddy Pierce hatch a scheme to capture Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. When the plan goes awry, yeah, how are you going to? Santa has eyes in the back of his head. Santa visits every house in the world except for like Jews and atheists. I can say that I'm a Jew. But he visits every house in the world, ostensibly. And the kids join forces with somewhat jolly Saint Nick and his loyal elves to save the holiday before it's too late. Okay, yeah, you don't want to screw up everyone's holiday, kids. I mean, people are going to be mad at you there. Okay, now we're we're only at number 59 out of 65. And I've got a serious issue with this list. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is only at 59. And that is a miscarriage of justice. This is a great Christmas movie. Now, I don't care if you think, listen, Chevy Chase is known to be kind of a D-bag, right? A lot of stories have come out over the years about how Chevy Chase essentially a jerk. All right, take that out of it. This movie should be way higher on the list. Absolute classic. I would contend that this movie could be a top 10 all-time Christmas movie. Uh, so let's see what the hell they're saying about this. I'm steamed. I am steamed. My holidays are already off the rails. How do you like that? I try to go in and give a nice list and talk about these movies. Maybe familiarize you with the, like, maybe you can have like the 12 days of Christmas. You can watch a different movie every day, whatever, however you want to celebrate. But then Rotten Tomatoes has to gum up the works here with, but by marking one of the great all-time Christmas movies way too low on the list. Critics' consensus: while Christmas Vacation may not be the most disciplined comedy, it's got enough laughs and good cheer to make for a solid seasonal treat. Yes, a solid seasonal treat, a delectable seasonal treat. Uh, the Griswolds, first off, you have a great comedic family. Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and the rotating group of kids. That's one of the weird things about the about the National Lampoon's Vacation movies. The kids always changing. Like, the parents get a little bit older, but they want to. I guess they want to keep the kids the same age, so they just keep switching them out. Which, yeah, you know, I'm there for it. I don't mind it. It is what it is. But the so the synopsis of this movie, if you haven't seen it, it's great. Oh, Randy Quaid as like the weird uncle. Oh God, he's fantastic. Even though he's become a bit of an unusual figure in his own right. Uh, Randy Quaid has gone off the deep end a little bit, we'll say. You can look that up. You can do a Twitter, you can do a Google deep dive if you want to find that. So this movie, as the holidays approach, Clark W. Griswold, Chevy Chase, wants to have a perfect family Christmas. So he pesters his wife, Ellen, Beverly D'Angelo, and children as he tries to make sure everything is in line, including the tree and house decorations. However, things go awry quickly. His hick cousin, Eddie, Randy Quaid, and his family show up unplanned and start living in their camper on the Griswold property. Even worse, Clark's employers renege on the holiday bonus that he needs. There you have it. And we mentioned John Hughes. John Hughes wrote this and produced it. And John Hughes loves Christmas, loves the holidays. And the thing about this movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, it's iconic. There are so many moments in this film that have become synonymous with the holiday. The too many lights on the house, the best scene of that. A tree that he cut down and that has like dangerous animals still living in it, amazing. Like bad holiday food, dealing with in-laws and relatives, so much so that it's overwhelming and causes vacation to causing you to need a vacation from your vacation. So many of the bad stuff, so much of the crappy stuff that we associate with the holidays are just intrinsic parts of this movie and iconic. Just like really nailing it, this movie. So I'm gonna have to take this up with the critics at large, who have put this movie so far down on the list. It's despicable. It's a miscarriage of justice, and I think I've said my piece about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, a great holiday movie. Um, if you want to participate in this conversation about holiday movies or about anything else, we would love to have you. It is 12:16. We're going up until 1 o'clock right here on the West Coast, going up until 4 o'clock on the East Coast, where it is currently 3:16. And you can participate in the conversation here by getting your device's attention and then using the word say, and then putting in whatever information you want. So you can uh, get your smart device's attention, say National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is properly rated on that list, and that would just make me angry. Or say, I agree with you, Hal. It should be a top 5 Christmas movie, perhaps. Well, maybe. And you can also join the conversation by hopping into backchannel.tv. Go to backchannel.tv and you can talk with us there. And Travis, do you want to, if you want to hop back in for a second here,
Yeah.
have you seen any of the, so from 65 to 59, we counted down several holiday
Yeah.
classics. Have you seen any of these?
The only one I've seen is the movie that I agree with you on, which is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna ask my grandparents about that first one. Be like, have you seen whatever it was? Remember the Night? And is it 100% good?
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's I don't know if I could call it a classic
It
if
has all
I've
those
never heard of it.
names. I'm not too up on vintage Hollywood actors, but like when you hear older generations talk about like they used to make movies. They had people like Barbara Stanwyck and Fred MacMurray, real movies. And you're like, who are these people? That's what?
Yeah, I mean Fred MacMurray, he was a great actor. He was in some classic film noir, and then he was also the dad on an old TV show from the 60s and 70s called My Three Sons.
Oh, okay.
And then Barbara Stanwyck, absolutely a a classic screen icon from that era. So yeah, you're 100% right on that. But here's the thing. I readily admit, like, there's so many, like, you know, you can't see all the movies. There's too many movies. If you go all the way back to, the 1940s, the 1950s, yeah, it's so there. Some will fall through the cracks.
Interesting.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So we're going to come back to that list as we run up through the holidays, and there's going to be plenty more. Hey, Travis,
Yeah.
um, I have to step away for just a second. Would you mind coming in and telling us about some of your favorite holiday movies or any holiday traditions you have? And while I run to the little boy's room.
More than happy to. Well, cut him off before he could say goodbye. Anyways, hey everybody. I'm going to be holding down the fort while Hal takes his much deserved, much well earned break. Unless he wants to get back on. I'm seeing him. Okay, no, he got the hint. Um, so, holiday traditions. If you have any, please share them because I never really spent too much time with my family. I was more of a friends guy. Throughout high school, I had a great group of friends. We would all clamber into this one guy's house, and it was the smallest house of any of ours. I don't know what we were thinking, but it almost looked like a hobbit dwelling. There'd be maybe 10, 12, sometimes even up to 20 of us that would pile into the living room, in which a Christmas tree took up about a sixth of the space, and we would all sing sea shanties and Christmas songs. And then once we were all good and ready, we'd pick a couple of Christmas songs and walk around the neighborhood, annoying everybody in the neighborhood by caroling. The guy whose house it was would walk up and pound on the door and then run back. They'd open, and there'd be, 15 to 20 deep of high school kids singing, in quotes, Joy to the World or things like that. But yeah, this time of year always makes you think more of friends than family. But how about you? Anybody who's out there listening, watching in? I'm curious to see what Hal has in terms of holiday traditions up his sleeve. But yeah, it's interesting to consider the family that you're born with and the family you choose and how they can fulfill different roles. Like I had mentioned before, I do Thanksgiving with friends as well. I like my family fine, just, some stuff's more fun. But yeah, this year I'll be heading back and spending time with the family as most of the friends are scattered hither and thither. We mostly just keep a group chat going at this point. Sounds sad is great. Do you go anywhere for Christmas? Do you have any travel plans? Do you not participate? Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever your holiday season is, what's your tradition? Me, like I said, cramming into a living room, singing carols. Hold on the fort. He looks like Hal's almost about back, ready to go, I think. And whenever he gives me the signal, bring it back in. Thank you very much. Here is your Pal Hal.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you for holding it down. Yeah, I felt like a long haul truck driver there for a second. Had to get off the road, hit the rest stop.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
reading an article about Steve Hansen, the guy who does the NFL Red Zone channel,
Okay.
and that man is live every Sunday for 7 hours straight.
Yeah. What? Whoa.
Yeah.
So what does he do?
They asked, it was a Reddit interview, and they asked, like, do you go to the bathroom? And he says, not once.
Wow.
Yeah, he has a salt heavy meal before his shift starts.
That can't be healthy.
No.
First off, the sodium, like
Yeah.
if he's sodium loading, like on a regular basis, like that's not good for you.
No. I think maybe one day a week. He seemed like he knew what he was doing, but yeah, at a glance, so you eat a bunch of salt and then don't use the restroom for 7 hours. Sounds fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Not all heroes wear capes, I guess. Some don't piss. Some don't go pee pee.
And talk about
Uh,
football.
and talk about football. You know, but maybe I should get they. I have seen it pop up in uh, in my feeds on my timelines on various apps and socials, like a tube that you extend for the exact thing that we're talking about for urinating.
Right.
Although that would be weird if I was here like, oh, yeah, so I'm talking about the Christmas movies, and oh yeah, National Lampoons is really good. Sorry to put that image out there, folks. So moving on to other topics besides PP. Thanks again, Travis, for talking about some of your holiday tradish. And we've now, in the spirit of the holidays, in the spirit of giving, right now, I'm going to ask you to give. This is a little segment that we've done before, and we are going to bring back from time to time, called "Hal Begs for a Sponsor." Please, your pal Hal. Our show. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I am a willing participant in this capitalist society that we're in. We do live in a society, and I want the money. And producer Tress, he's a little bit more classy about it than I am. He, he I think he might try to dissuade me from doing this segment, but I want you to sponsor this show. Specifically, I just ran to the restroom because I've been drinking a lot of coffee. I load up on coffee. Every show, there has not been one episode of Your Pal Hal where I've been without my cup of coffee. So, why don't you, coffee company X, Y, or Z, be my coffee sponsor and sponsor us? Travis, can you come back in here for 1 sec?
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the coffee? What was the name of the coffee company that you sent me the info about?
Oh, that was Red Bay Coffee from Oakland,
Okay,
California.
so whether you're Red Bay, whether you're Green Bay, whether you're Red Auerbach, whether you're Starbucks, Coffee Bean, Pete's, Folgers, Maxwell House, I'm asking you. I'm asking you to sponsor me. I could have a cup with your name on it, and I can sing your praises throughout the show. Just glowing, wonderful, loving. I will love all up on your coffee. So let's say, I don't want to listen, I'm not going to give it out for free yet. So let's say, uh, um, let's say your coffee, the name of your coffee company is called Ding Dong Coffee. Okay. Ding Dong Coffee. All right. So I will laud and praise and just heap love on your brand. I'll say things like, oh, it's so good. Let me take, I can't continue without my Ding Dong Coffee. So good. I'll be like, hashtag coffee goals, hashtag coffee goals. That's hashtags. The kids use hashtags. I'm going to get you trending. I'm going to be talking about the Twitter trending topics, and it's going to be ding dong coffee, or replace ding dong with your coffee name there. Okay. I'll say stuff like, oh, Travis, my first cup of ding dong. Can't start my day without it. And you know what? You shouldn't start your day without it. How great is that? I am selling the heck out of this fictional coffee. And it's a shame. It's a shame that it's not your real coffee. It's a shame that it's not your actual coffee. You're like, step your game up. Advertise with your pal Hal. I will tell people that, you know what? I'll go this far. Travis, I'm going to take it too far. You ready for this?
Mm.
You know what? I'm your pal Hal. And if you don't drink Ding Dong coffee, you're not my pal. You are
Wow.
my sworn enemy.
That is.
Yeah, dark. That's some dark. Those are some dark waters, just like this dark water. Can you see? I don't want to spill. Oh, there it is. Can you see the dark water? Oh boy. That was almost that segment from yesterday. Hal spills water on his keyboard. Uh, so Ding Dong Coffee, this could be your coffee. Not only that, we're coming up on 12:30 here, 3:30 on the. Oh, I think I did actually spill a little bit of coffee.
Oh no.
Coming up on 3:30 on the East Coast. Not only if you sponsor your pal Hal, whatever coffee brand, Ding Dong Coffee, insert your name of coffee here, will I just laud you with all of that wonderful praise. I will say terrible and slanderous things about your competitors with complete disregard for my own well-being.
Wow.
If your hypothetical competitor, let's say Ring Ding Coffee, okay? If they're Ring Ding, I will slander and libel them to my detriment, to my legal detriment. And you can say, no, 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 you didn't tell me to say that. You can throw me under the bus. Okay? I don't know if you're watching Succession, but the way Tom offered to let Logan Roy throw him under the bus, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to own it. And I should. This is all what so I'll say things like, oh, Ring Ding Coffee, they use child labor. All of their beans are picked by underage children. That's abuse. Don't drink it. Don't drink that swill. I'll say stuff like, oh, Ring Ding Coffee, they test their products on bunnies, on cute little bunny rabbits. They test how hot it is. They test, is it too caffeinated, on the innocent lives of little bunny rabbits. Disgusting.
This is, you're going places that I didn't know you were able to go, and
it's
honestly,
because
I'm
I
for it.
want that sweet sponsorship dollar. Here's I'll throw statements out there like this. Oh, Ring Ding Coffee, I'll never drink it because I heard there are dangerous levels of arsenic in it.
Oh my goodness.
The poison arsenic is in their coffee. You drink enough of that, you'll arsenic is in ring ding coffee. You know what? You know what else I heard about ring ding coffee, this fictional coffee that I will put your greatest competitor. So if you were Starbucks, I would be saying this about Coffee Bean or Pete's. Or if you're Pete's, I would be saying this about Okay, just to spell it out for you. Ring ding coffee. Did you know that they funnel money and weapons to North Korea and coffee? They funnel coffee with a giant like funnel.
Now, if I was
And
a
a
consumer and
pipeline.
if I heard you, a host, telling me that not only is this coffee better, but the other coffee, they're an enemy of the state, I know where my money
Yes.
would be going.
Oh, you mean that coffee brand? It's a lesser coffee that tastes like swill,
Mm-hmm.
and they also are in quote unquote Axis power. An evil, they're part of what George W. Bush called the axis of evil.
I can't drink that. That's not only is it bad, it's bad for the country. It's bad for morale. It's un-American.
Right?
It's. I wouldn't dare.
Thank you.
I guess
Thank you.
this is an effective pitch.
I appreciate that. And additionally, you know what else I heard about ring ding coffee?
What'd you
The
hear about
brain,
ring ding coffee?
the brain.
What else could ring ding coffee have done?
I didn't want to go here, but the brain trust, the executive board at Ring Ding,
Yeah.
they eat babies. They put them on a plate and just eat them as a snack.
This is big. This
Yeah.
is bigger than big. This goes so far beyond my morning. This is
Like,
about
like this is like Ring Ding coffee, bad. Ding Dong coffee, good. Ring Ding coffee, a dark cabal.
it actually sounds like the name of a roast.
Yeah, the Dark Cabal roast.
Yeah.
So there you have it. This has been Hal Begs for a Sponsor. I am willing to sell out so hard. Okay? Like, oh wow. Does this guy have any scruples whatsoever? No. And the savings go back to you. I don't think that makes sense. But that was, if you would like to sponsor our show, please contact the fine folks at Backchannel or Travis Reeves, and he will draw up the paperwork for it.
Yep.
Travis, you might be saying, wow, that was pretty dumb. Let's get even dumber with dumb news. Dumb
Before we do that, I do have to
news.
post a disclaimer that any mention of Ding Dong Coffee has no official affiliation nor even awareness of Hostess brand Ding Dong K-Cups.
No, or ring ding. Ring dings are a thing too.
Really?
Yeah, look up ring ding.
Huh. I had no idea. What's a ring ding?
It's just like a ding dong. It's like a cake. It's a tasty cake treat.
Wonder if there's coffee. Let's find out.
Did you find ring ding?
We're almost there.
You could do it.
No ring ding coffee, but there is. Hostess needs to calm down with these names. Oh yeah, ring ding.
Ding
So,
dong,
it's
ring
like
ding.
an
Oh wait,
Oreo.
was there? It's a cake.
Say what now?
Yeah, it's like a cake.
Yeah.
It's a little cupcake, cream filled cake.
Look at these names. You got ring dings, ding dongs, devil dogs, yodels.
Oh, I used to eat all that stuff when I was a kid. Like those would be in my lunch like crazy. Tony, what is up? Heine joining the stream. Welcome, folks. Thank you for joining us. So 12:36. It is. We are moving on to some dumb news, and this comes to us from Newser. And this is dumb, but it's also sad. Sometimes news is dumb. Sometimes it's sad. Sometimes it's dumb and sad. The headline: California City declares itself a constitutional republic. Officials say Oroville, not to be confused with the space show from Seth MacFarlane, Orville, or Orville Redenbacher. Officials say Oroville residents, businesses are fed up with COVID mandates. Okay. Well, that's news, but they've taken it a bit too far. A small city in Northern California, where many residents have grown weary of COVID mandates, has declared itself a constitutional republic. Okay, whatever that means. The declaration passed in a 6-1 vote this month by Oroville City Council states that the city will not enforce orders issued by the state and federal governments that are overreaching or clearly violate our constitutionally protected rights. The Los Angeles Times reports Vice Mayor Scott Thompson. Oh, Travis, do you know who Scott Thompson is? Uh, uh, com-
The name rings a bell, but I don't know why.
Great sketch comedy actor and comedic actor Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall. I
Oh,
don't think it's the same guy. I would be very
I hope not.
disappointed. Uh,
Yeah,
Let me continue. I'm certain it's not Scott Thompson. I'm sure is
it's like the
much
the
more.
Mr. Show.
Oh yeah,
Guy.
the guy from Mr. Show showed up on January 6th. Yep. Okay. Vice Mayor Scott Thompson says the last straw for him was the vaccine mandate for students over 12, introduced by Governor Gavin Newsom last month. He says he's not anti-mask or against other people getting vaccinated, but vaccine mandates are crossing the line. Thompson and other city officials described the declaration as a way to send a message. Mayor Chuck Reynolds, what does Chuck have to say? Chuck told the East Bay Times that in practical terms, declaring the city a republic doesn't change anything, but is simply reminding people what kind of government we live under and that they do have personal choices and freedoms. UC Davis law professor, okay, yeah, I want to hear the legal ramifications of this crap. UC Davis law professor Lisa Pruitt tells CBS Sacramento that a resolution probably doesn't have any binding legal authority. Schools in Oroville remain under the state's jurisdiction, and city officials stress that they're not actually moving towards seceding from California or the United States. Then what is this? A constitutional republic? I have no idea what the ramifications are or what it means. Oroville, the seat of Butte County, Butt County, the seat of Butt. Oroville, you are a seat of a butt and the
That is
butt of a
a
joke. Yeah,
Butte County, and this also reeks of I'm not religious, I'm spiritual.
yeah, yeah. Uh, it has a population of about 20,000 with almost equal numbers of Republicans and Democrats. Vaccination rates well below the state average, and COVID infection rates are high. City officials say most business owners support the declaration. Opponents include Celia Hirschman, whose father died from COVID 3 months ago. It says we're cowboys and we're not going to live by your rules, she tells the Times. I don't think it's about open dialogue at all. I feel it's a dangerous measure that they have no business adding to our charter. Wow, wow, wow. And we've got a grip of comments here, 136 comments. Let's delve into the comment section in our dumb news story. Okay. Scrolling for comments. Let's see. All right, there we go. Oof. Some of these are dark. I'm going to skip the ones that are too dark. They had their chance to remove the governor. They blew it. Well, I'm glad Gavin Newsom stayed in. That's just my 2 cents. Glad we kept him. Proves that there are stupid people in every state. Yes, absolutely. And then someone retorted, it proves that many people think there are stupid liberal laws in our nation. Okay. Hey, tit for tat. What's amusing is that when the forced closures first began in 2020, the reverse happened in my state. The governor mandated the city stay open, while individual mayors said F you and did whatever they felt was best. Okay. Cut off all state and federal funding, including Social Security, until the council overturns this. There you go. What's not mentioned in the story is that they also changed the official town motto to Orville, a great place not to give an F about anything except your own selfish ass. Okay. Very nicely done. Uh, vaccination rates. Oh, so it quotes the article, this comment. Vaccination rates are well below the state average, and COVID infection rates are high. And then it says, since vaccines neither stop anyone from getting it nor stop anyone from spreading it, they have nothing to do with infection rates. Good for Orville. This crap doesn't stop people until. Okay, well, here's the thing. Uh, we know that. What are those gloves? Those hot looking gloves. Those are cool. I'm easily distracted, by the way. Vaccination rates, get vaccinated, okay? Because it will prevent you from being hospitalized. It'll prevent your symptoms from going from a slight cough to the ventilator or what have you, okay? So that is, yeah, I do not want to use this as a platform for for anti-vaxxing. Thank you very much. So that is our dumb news story of the day. Oroville, you know what? I hope everyone stays healthy. Travis?
I just I've been to Orville more than once. I've spent some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, give us the 411.
I don't even know if they have 411 there. I'll put it that way. Oroville is a quaint little Old West styled town. It's sort of
Yes.
a town that was built on the back of an older California. I mean, older like the Gold Rush California.
Right,
And
right.
it's
So one
in
horse
that.
town with like you got a sheriff and yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
miners,
it's
a
there's a lot of
saloon.
land, a lot of houses. It's where a lot of people go to sort of buy their retirement homes. It's a great
Right.
like camping, fishing, nature destination. But the town, yeah,
N-
the I that all makes sense to me. I'll put it that way. Reading this article, I go, oh yeah,
Gotcha.
this sounds about right. This sounds about right for Oroville.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. Thank you for the firsthand perspective. Producer and intrepid reporter, Travis Reeves, on location in Orville. Maybe not today, but in the past.
Yeah, like 2012. I got a parking ticket. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Whoa, Travis, come back. You just, I think you just impugned yourself as someone we might not be able to trust because you've got a
What?
grudge out for
What?
Orville.
No, you kidding? It's fine. I don't know why I would have gotten a like, fool
let
am I?
me let me apologize to all of the listeners and viewers of the Your Pal Hal show. Travis, this not remaining objective, very biased in his take on Oroville. Travis, listen, sorry about the parking ticket, but please let's try to keep it fair and balanced.
All right. Well, I still don't like him.
Okay. Your pal Hal hanging out with you. It is 12:45. We're with you up until 1 o'clock. We're with you up until 4 o'clock on the East Coast. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. Now it is time for our show to do a segment called This or That. We give you two choices. You tell us what you would choose, which one, which direction. There's a fork in the road. Which way you're going? Travis, let's do this in the form of a little chit chat here. If you want to come in, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to throw this or that your way, and I've got a bad one. I've got a real doozy, a real
Oh boy.
terrible one for you. I don't know if my mom is still listening. Mom, this has nothing to do with you. Stay out of it. Travis, this is a dark, weird question. And here we go. This or that. You have to pick one. Otherwise, the aliens are pointing a laser at you and they will incinerate you, okay? Into dust. Like the Thanos snap, you will be gone. All right? If you do not answer this, if you do not pick one. Travis, here's your choice. You have to watch your parents in either a porno or a snuff film where they kill someone.
This is
Watch your
what you wanted me to weigh in on? This?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Snuff film or
it's
porno.
gotta be the former. I can't. I don't want to. I can't inflict harm on somebody else just for my own.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
one of those just isn't illegal, and I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is to much to my chagrin.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Does
know
it have
what?
to be the time where I was conceived,
Oh. Hmm.
or do I get to pick?
Yeah, I don't think we get to pick. I don't think we get to
Okay.
pick.
Okay.
You know what? That's the route I'd probably go to.
Yeah.
Like my first listen, first I'd consider just like pouring like lye into my eyes or like Clorox.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then uh although let me ask you this. If it was like if it was if one of the choices was your parents committing a snuff film,
Hmm.
like what if it was like a a bad person? Like what if it was like a Dexter type situation?
I still, you know what? The more I think about it, and I hate that I'm thinking about it, it's got to be number one for me because the second one, there's just so much that happens from there. I can't help but start to zoom out. I'm like, well, then they've murdered someone, and then it's a whole thing, and then it's a whole
Yeah.
thing, and just the first
Yeah,
one, just
you already know
yeah,
that your folks have engaged in intercourse.
living proof.
Yes. Yes. Uh Travis, great choice. I think I have to agree with you on that. Sorry to put you on the spot. All right, this one is equally as torturous. Um which do you pick? Clueless or Mean Girls?
Mmm.
Clueless or Mean Girls? Two iconic high school movies, female led, um, great, funny scripts, wonderfully acted, iconic lines. Clueless or Mean Girls? Let's take a look at Clueless for a moment. Clueless, 1995, one of the iconic 90s movies. Like when you think about best like movies that are like a time capsule or really typify that era, Mean Girls is right there. It's 81% on the tomato meter with a 76% audience score. And of course, Clueless stars Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, the wonderful Brittany Murphy, R.I.P., Paul Rudd, uh, Donald Faison, the ageless Paul Rudd, the timeless Paul Rudd. This movie is satirical and hysterical. Some of the reviews here. Alicia Silverstone is pure gold. Amy Heckerling, yes, written and directed by Amy Heckerling. So yeah, there is Clueless, and then let's take a look at Mean Girls. 2004. Uh, you got young, innocent, or bright future ahead of her, Lindsay Lohan. Produced by Lorne Michaels, directed by Mark Waters, written by the great Tina Fey. And this has got a great cast. Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Anna Gasteyer, and this is 84% on the tomato meter, but the audience score lower, 66, only 66%.
Hmm.
Huh. Both of these movies so good with again iconic lines and let's see what are the quotables for this quotes. like stop trying to make fetch happen. There are no approved quotes for this movie yet. What? Come on, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go to IMDb. Travis, do you have any thoughts on this?
I do. I thought about it for about 6 seconds. Thought I
Yeah.
wasn't going to be able to figure it out, and then it came to me in a flash. It's Mean Girls for one specific reason.
Yes. Oh,
Potentially the
oh, Tim
greatest
Meadows. Yes.
bit actor in big budget comedy history, Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows, underrated, absolutely. Longtime SNL performer. He's in one of my favorite SNL sketches, absolutely of all time,
Which one's
which
that?
is the census sketch with Christopher Walken.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it, oh my gosh, so good. Like
yeah.
Christopher Walken lives with a puma or something. Yeah, if you want a good laugh, look it up on YouTube. The census sketch with Tim Meadows, Christopher Walken is chef's kiss. Travis going Mean Girls just for Tim Meadows, which is a damn good reason. This is super close. The Rotten Tomato scores are super close. These pictures are super close. Don't forget Amy Seyfried. Don't sleep on a young, lovely Amy Seyfried right there. You know what? Ah, I'm gonna go Clueless for the fashion. I'm gonna go Clueless for
Fair.
like so iconic, so great. Mean Girls, fantastic. But those like you see those costumes, and you know what movie it is. Like but it's a really tough choice. We've decided nothing. It's this or that, it's both because we've got one on each side
Mm-hmm.
of this debate of Clueless versus Mean Girls. Both great. You know what? I'll have to watch them back to back and get back to you with some more research and opinions. I'm gonna have to get the empirical research. And now it's time for our final segment, which is rejected segments. Now you might be saying rejected. Okay, so the premise here is that there were things that you weren't going to do after all that stuff, that weird stuff that you already did. Yeah, there are rejected segments. And today we have one rejected segment, and it's called Hal Silently Watches Television for 10 Minutes. Our rejected segment would be me taking my remote control. I have a TV right over there, turning on the TV like this, and just silently watching television for 10 minutes. Let's see what is on. Okay. It would have been that. It literally would have been like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Some COVID news, the Omicron. Let's see what's on. Oh, you got a Friends rerun. That would have been it. Bad segment. And it is my promise to you to never do that segment. That was a rejected segment. That takes us to the end of our time today. Folks, I've had a lot of fun hanging out with you. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me, your pal Hal. We're going to be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the West Coast and 2 p.m. on the East Coast. I want to thank everybody at Backchannel. I want to thank everyone who hung out with us, who watched us, who listened to us. Thank you for coming along for the ride. And I want to thank the excellent Travis Reeves for producing. My mom says, I think you did your rejected segment. That's what I do every time. I do I give you a little taste. Sometimes a little too much of the rejected segment. Travis Reeves, thank you for lighting our way through the darkness here. And I look forward to hanging out with y'all sometime very soon. Maybe tomorrow. Bye now. Bye bye.